chili, look at that. Does birria make a difference in making your chili recipe better? That's what we're here to find out. Stick around as we show you our traditional recipe, adding this ingredient and seeing if we think if it's worth buying and making to amplify your chili recipe. Hey team, if you're new to Bartlow's Barbecue, I'm Scott. I'm a backyard pitmaster and also a pastor, and I've taken my two passions for serving people in my community and my side hobby, now business, as a passion as well, and merging these two worlds together to teach you how to create bold flavors and make a bigger purpose. And what I mean by that is I want you to watch this channel, hopefully get inspired with recipes, but know that you can turn these recipes by cooking for your community, not just your family or for yourself, but make it impact in your world. So if that's the type of channel you want to be around, be sure to like, subscribe, and let's get into the first ingredients. All right, team, so let's get into what all the ingredients are required for this chili recipe. It's really straightforward. My chili recipe is simple. It's going to be some 28-ounce cans of crushed tomatoes, also another 28 ounce of diced tomatoes. I like using, for a little spice, some adobo paste. You can use different type of adobo to kind of give it that spice. Then this is a debate in the barbecue world, beans or no beans. I'm a bean man. I love me the beans. So we got some maple beans because I love to balance out the heat with some sweet. So we got some maple beans. There's a little bacon in there. Then also you can throw in some chili beans in there. That's just up to you. And then I always recommend some type of seasoning. If you're a purist, you might have individual ingredients like salt, pepper, garlic, paprika, chipotle powder, obviously, because chili. All of that is in sweet red dirt. My rub that I have called Bartlow's Barbecue Sweet Red Dirt. So we'll do 2 tablespoons of that. But now you're wondering, and then we got onions and then also some diced garlic here as well. So we are going to be doing that, but there's one secret ingredient. I've been doing this recipe, and also one other ingredient I just thought about is we have a beer. I like to throw a beer in here as well, and we'll add that as well. But I have one ingredient that I've been wondering, I love it on tacos. I love it on different things. I wondered, will this amplify my chili recipe? And today we're gonna find out. I've not done this before. I've done this chili recipe, but not the one with a secret ingredient. So today we're testing out the birria bomb. Does it make a difference? Does it amplify with the amazing taste that you have when you make birria tacos and things like that, or a birria soup, the consomme? So we're gonna make a little birria consomme as a liquid to see, does it make a difference? So we'll get into that later. The first step is I'm gonna take you to our pot, and we're gonna take this chopped onions and begin to get these sweated out and add the garlic as well. And then once that's done, we'll just start dumping all these ingredients in and test the birria bomb. Come on, let's do it. All right, let's add this beer. I'm only gonna do a half since I'm gonna be adding a secret ingredient. And then just to give it a little flavor, you can use any beer you like. Now it's time to add the meat. Now this is where I typically, when I do an over-the-top chili, I've got a recipe on my channel on that and a few recipes, like doing shorts, doing different chili recipes, but I like to do a combination of ground pork and ground chuck together and mix it together with some onions and also some sweet red dirt. And then you put it on a grill grate over your chili and let all the fat drippings go into your chili. It's delicious. Once it smokes, you put it in the chili. But today we're not doing that. because we're trying that birria bomb, I'm gonna go with the traditional birria beef to add into our chili today. You could make a chuck roast, smoke it, didn't have time to do that. So I bought some birria meat that was already done. And so again, I've got chuck roast videos on the channel for you to watch. This is just showing you, is this one ingredient make a difference? So I just bought some birria meat already done. We're gonna add that in here. It just needs to simply be, cooked. And then we are going to just mix that in there. And then now it's time to add the birria consomme as the last ingredient. And then we're gonna take this to the smoker and let it ride for 2 or 3 hours. And then we'll see if it makes a difference. Secret ingredient, the birria bomb. Now, if you wanna be a purist and you wanna try to make your own birria concentrate and consomme, go do it. But I'm all about the shortcuts on this chili recipe, especially since we like to batch record here at Bartlow's Barbecue. So we're doing the birria bomb, and we've been doing this on a few different recipes. We have a birria burger that we did this summer. It was delicious. You just add 2 cups of water with this bomb. Since we already have the liquid, we're not adding water. So we're just gonna see. This is it, guys. This is the secret ingredient. Does it make a difference? Before it sinks, that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like a ball, and it's just gonna dissolve. Bye-bye, guy. See you later. Now it's gonna cook with everything else and dissolve. Let's go ahead and take this out to the smoker. I got the Kamado Joe set for 300 degrees. Let's do it. Let's do it. We got the Kamado Joe set for 300 degrees. We got our neighbor building the pool. We got the chili smoking. This is gonna be a good day. It's time to stir. Did you hear that? The pool people. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that smoke coming off. This is another ingredient. Some people don't think as your smoker as an ingredient, but the smoke flavor is another ingredient. Not everybody loves it, but if you're doing a chili competition, this is another ingredient that I think adds some flavor. All right, taste test time. Let's fill this bad boy up with some chili. Let's see if I'm getting all the good stuff. Oh my gosh. You know what we're gonna do is just top it off with some onions here. We're gonna do a little bit of sour cream. Just a little bit of cheese here. All right, so it's spoon for you, Caleb.
All right.
Gonna use my spoon that I made a mess with.
Okay.
Go ahead and get yourself some chili, whatever you like, if you're not a sour cream person.
I got a little something.
All right, so the question is, does birria consomme make a difference to the chili? We both have our own chili recipes. What do we think? You tasted it already.
It's really good.
It's good.
It has a really thick consistency.
Oh my gosh. I love the sweetness of it.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
My gosh, I want to see if I can find in here that beef. All right, I found the meat. Okay, dude, that amplifies it. I needed to make sure I had the meat in there.
Okay.
In my first scoop. All right, Caleb found the meat in the soup. His first scoop didn't have the meat in it. I think it makes a difference. Obviously, you always have your meat in your chili.
Whoa, okay.
So, lesson on this one. So typically I do like a 2-pound ground beef, ground pork, which spreads out evenly. This was just a clump of chuck roast. We could have done a full chuck roast where there was more meat. So that's my only learning on this one is cook your own chuck roast. And then you could throw it in here where it's just more spread out. It's more even for every scoop you get. That's a good learning. But the birria, is it worth it? So I think the call out here is It gives it a non-traditional chili taste, which, you know, I don't know. It could really give an edge if you're doing a chili competition. Go, oh, it could either put you off and go, no, I want I'm expecting traditional taste, but I do think I would serve this to my neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
I would serve this at church. I would serve this to anybody.
Oh, yeah.
So I think Birria has made a difference. But what I would love to continue to experiment with is how I could pull in more of the traditional chili. Like you add red peppers to yours.
Red pepper flake.
And some flakes, so I might try that to see if I can bring out. But overall, I think it did amplify my regular chili recipe with the beer, the tomato sauce, all the things, the beans. Now, I'm a bean guy, so if you're watching, you're probably gonna comment, go, I don't do beans. So I think it was worth it. I think it's worth you doing, deciding, because we all have our own flavors. It definitely was, it didn't suck. It's not something I wouldn't recommend. I definitely would recommend it and see what you think and make it your own. So that's a lot of commentary to say. I think it was worth it. I want to keep on experimenting and see how I can make it even better along the way. But I enjoyed that, man. Let us know in the comments what you think. What's your favorite chili ingredient that is missing from this one? Because we love to learn from each other, make things better. And from my backyard to yours, less hate, more love, good barbecue. Till next time.